Although I still do recommend buying Riptide cases to sell as a safe way to profit during the operation, as an investment, they still have flaws, especially for the long term, that bring up huge red flags that you need to keep in mind if you plan on holding these and trying to make a quick buck. So if you enjoy, as always, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new so you don't miss out on any new operation content. And right before we get into it, check out my sponsor, FreeCash. FreeCash is an easy to use site where you can make money by completing simple tasks on your PC. If you go to the Earn tab, there's simple surveys you can fill out and mobile games you can play to earn coins. And if you sign up with my link in the description, you also get a free 100 coins or $1 to start with. On average, it only takes around 42 minutes until users cash out for the first time, and there's an average of $23 earned a day, which is pretty nuts. And most importantly, they have an easy to use withdrawal system with any options you really want: crypto, CSGO skins, gift cards. So once again, be sure to start making some easy money today with that link in the description and get started with a free 100 coins. But for now, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's look at the trend of the cases prior to Operation Riptide from Broken Fang and where the case sits now. It sat at around the 70 to 80 cent range throughout most of the operation, which makes sense as it lines up roughly with the price you can buy them for stars for in the shop. So it's not like it's going to be absurdly expensive over the $1 range really, and throughout the operation at least, not going to dip too far below the 70 cent range because that's a good price for it that people will buy at. It's cheaper than it would cost to get in game with stars, so why not just buy it on the Steam market? But on the 3rd day of May, when the snakebite case got released, everything kinda went down the toilet. It completely crashed to the 50 cent range from the 90 cent range it was at just a few days before. I assume it even got to this 90 cent range because people wanted to stockpile a ton of these cases because it was the end of an operation. Everybody's thinking, oh, I should just get a hold of these as an investment because there won't be another case with the same knife anytime soon, and then boom. Snakebite case released on the same day of the operation ending with the exact same gloves in it, which is obviously a huge issue as the only reason people were investing in Broken Fang cases is because they had exclusive gloves at the time. And now Broken Fang cases have pretty much just been getting cheaper and cheaper by the day. Something to take in note is that they did recover a bit a few days after the crash because there were very few snakebite cases in supply as they were just starting to get dropped as they were a new case. Just something to keep in mind and potentially a way to make some good short-term flips on them if you do want to profit off that if you buy it at the very bottom this time around. But as you can see by the long-term trend, spending your stars on these and just holding onto them, letting them rot away in your inventory has proven not only with Broken Fang cases that it's not going to pay off, but with Shattered Web cases as well. And I'm very sure that it's going to be the same exact scenario this time around. But the question is, when is it gonna be? Well, this is where the Dreams and Nightmares competition and case come in, because we do know for a fact that the next CSGO case is coming during the same time as this operation. We don't have an exact date, but the actual competition ends on October 21st and the winners will be contacted by November 21st, which doesn't necessarily mean we're going to see the case released on November 21st. It could be a bit earlier, but it'll be sometime around the 2nd to 3rd week of November if I had to guess. Either way, it's going to be sometime during November, and as they said, won't be later than November 21st. So we know that the new case is coming, but unfortunately, we have no clue what the rare special item is going to be. We know what the actual guns in it are going to be because they said that, but not the golds. But we can definitely make a guess. Once again, as I mentioned previously, this is important because it is going to cause a huge crash in Riptide cases if this new case does have the same exact gamma knives. But the thing is, we don't exactly have any clue what the rare special item in the new Dreams and Nightmares case could be besides the gamma knives, unless it's something completely new, which is definitely possible. In my opinion, I think that Valve adding the same gamma knives to the Dreams and Nightmares case that are in the Riptide case is going to take a lot of attention away from Riptide cases, and people aren't going to be spending as many stars on them or opening as many of them. But if Valve doesn't reuse the gamma knives, what exactly are they going to do? unlike something like the Gamma case, the Prisma case, Spectrum case, that all have names that kind of correlate to a certain type of knife, Dreams and Nightmares case doesn't exactly give us any reasonable guess or context clues as to what the rare special item could be. There's probably not going to be a Dreams and Nightmares knife collection, right? That just kind of sounds weird compared to Spectrum, Gamma, all that stuff. So the only guess I have is to compare to that when Valve has done this in the past, they've made the operation cases look similar in design to the new case with the same rare special item. So for example, the Shattered Web and Fracture case looked really similar, and the Broken Fang and Snakebite case looked really similar in design as well, which I guess technically this time around you could argue that the Dreams and Nightmares case ties in with the Riptide case because the theme of this operation was surfing and stuff like that, and then there's tentacles on the Dreams and Nightmares case. This is pretty much just theory crafting at this point, so let's move on. Let's just say a worst case scenario, what happens if the Dreams and Nightmares case has the same knife skins? Well, the simple answer really is that you just need to sell your cases before it drops if you're worried about that. We know the rough time span in which it is going to drop, and we've already discussed that holding these cases long either way is just bad, and there's eventually going to be a new case with these new Gamma knives either way. So if you're really paranoid, you can save your stars during November instead of spending them on cases to sell on the Steam market, so you don't have to worry about losing out on a different profit. Keep in mind that these cases are not tradable or marketable for a week after you buy them from the shop, so you do have to be thinking a week ahead if that is the case. But just selling these cases as soon as you get them in your inventory has always been my go-to option. It's the easiest option. You don't have to worry about selling at the perfect time because just waiting for the perfect time probably isn't going to happen. If you spend all your stars on these cases, at least for the first few weeks up until I guess this new case drops and we could see what happens, you'll still make a decent amount of money, and then we could go from there when the time comes. But besides all that, I think that does cover everything I wanted to go over in this video, so definitely just be careful if you want to hold these cases longer than you need to. You can always be safe and sell them on the market as soon as the option becomes available, but of course, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy so you don't miss out on any of my new operation content. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.